He was like, we are 300 yards from Times Square and the ball drop. Let's just at least, Matt, let's just go and see if we can get our eyes on it. Now, there's literally millions of people, right?
Yes.
We're walking on.
We're walking.
We can barely see it, right? And he's like, oh, I think I can see it. I'm not as much into it. And all of a sudden, I hear, what are you doing? And I didn't think it was to me. Matt, what are you doing? And there's a mounted female officer.
No.
Who goes, Matthew Lawrence, what are you doing? You shouldn't be down here. You should be up with your friends, Leonardo DiCaprio.
No.
Joe, it was a movie. It was a movie. She put us on the horse.
Strange thing. No,
and
Matt.
Us, ask Andy Shaw.
I don't
took
believe
us
this,
to the
dude.
ball drop.
Dude.
Wow.
And we were there.
I don't believe it.
Happy New Year!
I know he was going to do this. Yeah. When you, I gotta say, nothing's changed. Nothing has changed in this household.
2024.
Wow.
On
the pod, everybody. Hopping on the good foot.
Yes.
Hey.
2020.
Can I say something?
2024.
I gotta say something.
2000.
Oh, remember that from the old Conan O'Brien show?
In the year 2000.
Oh,
Anybody
my
remember that out
gosh.
there?
That was
Oh,
24
boy.
years ago.
24 years ago.
No,
Wow.
seriously, but listen.
Where were you
So check
on
this
the
out.
millennial
Well, check this out.
New Year's?
Here's what's crazy. In the year 2000, I was 24. That was 24 before.
Do you guys remember the year 2000?
1976 was 24 years before that.
Before we hop down memory lane, can I just say I think it's really quite astonishing that Joe plays this like old school revolutionary colonial music whenever we watch fireworks.
Yes.
Every
true.
year.
Bum, bum, bum. No, it's excuse me. It's the naval.
And you try to get it timed
And like
with
bombs are
fireworks.
going off.
It's the military.
And you hear people.
It's the military music because I love bum bum bum.
It's the strangest thing ever.
Bum, bum, 21 salutes and these amazing songs.
The redcoats are coming.
No,
I mean, what are you doing,
it's not
dude?
Revolutionary War.
That's what it feels like.
No,
It
I'll play
borderline.
some for you, but it has nothing to do with that.
It borderline feels like
it's-
Revolutionary War
it's-
stuff.
No,
Did you see
it
The Patriot
is-
with Mel Gibson?
It is. First of all, I play it on the 4th of
Heath
July.
Ledger?
I play it on the 4th of
Heath
July
Ledger and
most
Mel
of the
Gibson,
time.
baby.
Most
They
of
were
the time I
great.
play
That
it.
shot when they were both making the same kind
Good
of funny
movie.
smile.
You guys.
It's a good movie, man.
Great movie.
Anyway,
Saying.
so back to 2000. Do you guys remember Millennium?
Yes. First of all, 2000.
Y2K,
Well,
I
first of
believe.
all, I hope.
As they used to say on the
Remember,
streets.
everyone thought that the whole world was going to shut down.
Oh yeah, the
Y2K bug.
It was like a whole
Like I
I
crazy
didn't
just
know what
said.
the computers were going to do.
That's what
I
they
know.
said on the streets.
Yeah, man. Everybody was getting ready.
streets.
Y2K.
On the streets.
It was the bug
We were
that was going to
in
take down the
Disney
world.
You remember that?
Of course.
So we
I remember
decided to
this.
go end the world with Mickey.
At the happiest place on earth.
Go out
everybody.
in
It was-
style.
It was an amazing
Y2K.
I'll never forget
Because we love you.
that
What?
New Year's.
That was an amazing New Year's. We were there with family, obviously.
Yeah.
It was the coolest fireworks show. We were in
remember-
Epcot, the
Yep.
world. What was that world?
Yeah,
the
and-
world stage, whatever that world. All the countries.
Yeah, and let me just go on a sidetrack here because this is really funny. My best friend, who's been on the podcast, Andy Shaw,
Yeah.
We got to have our friends back.
we wound up in a Irish
You
pub.
were in Ireland. Yeah.
We
in the
wound
country.
up
It was
we
Scottish.
in,
In Epcot.
in Epcot.
I think it
Now,
was a
obviously,
Scottish
everybody in there,
Pub.
everybody in there.
Pug. Scottish pug.
Was it a Scottish?
No, Scottish pub. Pub.
Maybe it was a Scottish pub.
No.
But me and Shaw,
Aye.
we had been practicing our Scottish or Irish or Scottish accent, and everyone went in there was American,
You're
and they were all a little
Scottish,
buzzed,
bro.
drinking, you know,
Everybody
right,
was. It
right.
was so cool.
So we were like, let's put on our accents. We had everybody in the bar fooled
Oh
to the
my
point where they
gosh.
were buying us drinks. We got carried out
Guinnesses?
No.
of that bar,
No, you
not in a
didn't.
bad way, in a celebratory way.
Hoisting them
They
above
were
their
I
shoulders.
swear, they were
Let's go,
celebrating the
boys.
Irish, the
Aye,
authentic
aye,
Irish
aye, I'm
guys
doing
or the
Scottish.
or Scottish
Hey.
guys. Yes,
Hey.
yes.
Hey, ha.
The
And
old
I'll
buddies
never
from the
forget
motherland.
us running back to you guys to make the fireworks,
Yeah.
just laughing to each other, going, no one would believe what had just happened. We
You-
had
you're-
convinced an entire pub.
Your faces were painted half blue,
was
and you weren't wearing
unbelievable.
underpants.
It was an unbelievable moment.
Wow,
anyway. That
that's
was
pretty good.
super fun.
That was
Super
one of the
fun.
coolest things ever.
Yeah.
To watch that fireworks
Oh,
play,
that
which
was
by the way was
awesome.
one of the most fantastic fireworks
We
plays
had
I've ever seen.
we had the
in
whole
person.
family there, all of our cousins.
Yep,
It was pretty
everybody was there.
spectacular.
Everybody was
Yeah,
there.
it was really.
It was
cool
really
time.
fun.
Oof,
Really cool
That was
time.
a great time.
That was an
man.
amazing time.
It
was
was.
an amazing time.
And
We
the
also-
year before
we
that,
were in Times Square
Ooh.
for 1999.
Oh my
my
gosh,
God.
I got another story.
And remember Princess song? We're gonna party like it's not in.
Oh, it was unbelievable. I got another story. We were at the Planet Hollywood. You remember? Because when Planet Hollywood was doing their, they would give us like, hey, well, come hang out at the Planet Hollywood. You know, we'll feed you and just be there, right? Another story for you. Andy Shaw and I. Andy comes up to me because we're in the restaurant. He was like, we are 300 yards from Times Square and the ball
from
drop.
the ball drop.
Let's just at least, Matt, let's
We
just
gotta
go and see if we can get our eyes on it. Now there's literally millions of people, right?
Yes.
We're walking on. We're walking. We can barely see it, right? And he's like, "Oh, I think I can see it." I'm not as much into it. And all of a sudden, I hear, "What are you doing?" And I didn't think it was to me. Matt, what are you doing? And there's a mounted female officer
No.
who goes, "Matthew Lawrence, what are you doing? You shouldn't be down here. You should be up with your friends, Leonardo DiCaprio."
No.
Joe,
come on.
That's
it
what
was
she
a
said to
movie.
you?
It was a movie. She put us
That's
on
a
the horse.
strange thing. No,
and took
Matt.
us, ask Andy Shaw,
I
and
don't
took
believe
us
this,
to the
dude.
ball drop.
Dude.
Wow.
And we were there.
I
And
don't believe it.
because we weren't really friends
I
with
don't
them, it was
believe it.
incredibly awkward. And we were like,
Yeah.
well, we'll just
She
stay here for a
said-
second. But here's the
She
funny
said
thing.
to you, you should be up with your friend Leonardo
I
DiCaprio.
can't wait to have Andy Shaw
and
come
put
and
you
tell you
on
this.
a horse,
Just wait.
like
right.
True Lies.
Just wait. Like True Lies.
And
Just
you
wait.
gallop through Times Square.
Just wait. It was
my God.
And you
another
got to Leo.
incredible
Crazy.
moment. I got recognized by a Mountie who decided that I was in the wrong place because
That's so cool.
we were just kind of like looking around, like as
That's
if
so
we were
cool.
lost.
That's so cool.
I swear her words were,
I don't know.
"You should be with your friends, Leonardo DiCaprio." And we both look at each other like, "Oh, well, that's not our."
Yeah, that's our
Anyway,
friend.
so we get there and we're like, "No,
Leo!
they didn't know us and we didn't know them." So we literally stayed for about 10 seconds watching it. And then here's the funny end of the story. Instead of being there under the ball and watching it all with DiCaprio and all these people, we were like, we got to get back to the family.
That's awesome.
And we ran. And I don't know if you remember this.
No,
we
I do.
Just
You just made it.
Made it
I remember that.
for literally like 5,
I remember that.
4. We come running in 3,
I remember
2,
that.
1. It was another
I remember that.
crazy
We had
moment Andy Shaw and I had together.
That was so much fun.
You would have been. Andy would have been there. Not to say you, because you were always like the older guy. Didn't like to do that
What the
kind of
hell's the
stuff.
matter with
You
you?
were,
Stick
you were
in the
chipping
mud.
Steve Real's tooth.
I
Yeah,
know.
that's
You remember
right.
that?
That's another guy we got to have on this
one of my
pod.
best buds.
Yeah.
We got to have Steve on.
We'd
One
have
of my
so much
best
fun
buds
talking.
ever,
Right.
Steve Real, who is, by the way, what amazing vocal coach. Does all these
Yeah,
amazing
his voice
trains
is
every-
unreal.
he is one of the best male voices
Yeah,
I've
it's
ever heard.
incredible.
We're gonna have
anyway,
him on the pod. We're
yeah.
gonna do a little
So we're
singing.
celebrating and we're toasting champagne bottles, and I'm
that's
like, "Have a sip of mine," and I push it right into his front tooth and crack it.
Joe actually is like Mom. He doesn't drink too much, so when he has, half a
Anything.
glass or
He just
breathes
gets
a
tanked.
strong
Yeah.
cognac,
Tanked.
he starts tap dancing on tables and chipping people's teeth.
It's
Oh,
true.
that was crazy.
But it's all love. He gets very
Yep,
lovey.
yep.
He
We're
loves
going to
it.
party like
Hugs
it's
and-
1999,
yeah.
man.
I
I mean,
know.
what a
I
song.
know.
And then
Prince
that
wrote
thing
song.
comes on. It was like,
I mean, that was incredible, wasn't it?
wow, man.
Again,
What a
being-
moment.
We've had amazing New Year's moments. I
We've
remember even
had.
just as a kid, like just old school with all the grandparents, just with
Those are
pots
the
and
best.
pans, going
Oh,
outside,
those are
and
the
remember the
best.
banging the
Yeah.
pots and pans
Yes.
outside of Rev Road, guys.
on the row homes.
Yeah.
Like all the row homes.
We were meme and pops.
It was, you know what? It was so
Yeah,
cool
yeah.
to be in a community like that. Like people say, like, live in a row home and all this. But the community
Yeah, it
was
was awesome.
so they were all together. Like they
Yeah.
all came out. There was hundreds of families
Yeah.
doing that outside
Yeah.
of their, like all in eye shot.
Yeah.
It was super cool
Yeah, it was
actually
really
growing up
great.
that way.
It was really great. Look, I love the idea of New Year's. I love the idea of like you end the year and you reflect on like all the good moments and the bad moments, and then like you have a chance to go like, all right, like clean slate, like those old credit card machines. Like you slide it, and you slide it back. You start fresh, and you go, you know what? All right, I have a chance mentally to like emotionally to like start January 1 like new, and I'm going to go into it with these ideals. Now, look, we all have these ideals. I don't know whether you live up to them or what. And you all have these, the New Year's resolutions.
I was just gonna say, what are your resolutions?
Wow. What have been?
You
some
haven't
good
thought
ones?
about this yet?
I mean,
you're a little late on this.
I know I am a little late.
Yeah,
on
it's
this.
past,
Probably should be
Joe.
starting.
What are
with-
your guys' resolutions?
Okay, I'll give you my explanation.
I don't
of
have resolutions. I start the day I think of it.
Oh,
Well, no, wait.
God.
There's some truth to this, actually, Andy.
Oh.
I used to make New Year's resolutions, and I would always feel bad about falling short.
Yeah.
And then I
Well,
read.
you always did.
and-
You always did. You fell very short. Nobody
True.
you never kept up.
Anyway,
with anything.
I read this this.
Wait, you read?
You can read.
Thanks. Yes, I
Oh,
like to
good.
read, in fact.
Yeah.
And I was reading this thing about New Year's resolutions and how when you set these New Year's resolutions, just like when you're trying to quit smoking or anything, Andy's kind of right. There's no better time than that moment. It's actually
Right.
procrastination.
Right.
And when you set these New Year's resolutions, you're kind of setting you up for failure. You
Right.
kind of go like, okay, yeah, it is good to have a checks and balances at the end of the
Yeah.
year. But to be honest, I've drastically sped that up. I used to do that after every year. Now I'm doing that after every day.
Yeah.
I literally wake up going, how can I improve on yesterday? And I keep kind of trying to keep that ball rolling
should.
through the new year. Anyway, long story short, that's the end of all this. I'm just trying to keep that momentum rolling.
Yeah.
I don't have any specifics for myself.
Yeah.
It's just every day I want to try to do a little better than the day before. And obviously you fall and you stumble,
you
but as
sure
long
do.
as you try a little better than the day before, that's my goal.
Well,
That's my goal.
yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm going to, I always try to, improve every day, so I'm going into the new year. Let's see, trying to just continue to live in the present. Continue to live in the present. Not worry too much about the past, the future. Just continue to live in the present.
Joe.
It's hard. It's hard to do.
Don't do it again, man.
It's hard to do.
Oh,
You know
no,
why,
here we
guys?
go.
Because
No, don't do
I hate
this
you guys
again.
so much. Oh my God, I hate
Let me
you.
tell you something.
Another thing is
Because
not-
if you're living in the past.
Another thing is to not hate you guys
Yeah,
so
I know.
much. That's another
Yeah.
thing. I don't want to hate so much in my heart for my brothers.
I was just thinking.
I don't want to hate you guys.
Remember the Home Alone moment we talk about his family?
Yeah, yeah.
That's like you, but you're like, dear God,
Yep.
please take the hate from my brothers
Yeah.
out of my heart.
I made my family disappear.
Yeah.
I made my
That's Joe.
right. They're in Florida and I'm in New York.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Look, I feel like these resolutions things, you're right. People make them and they fall off the wagon. They feel terrible about themselves. So just roll into the year trying to be better. That's it. Just trying to be better. Keep
Just
it
do
simple.
Better.
Do better.
You
Do
know-
more and sometimes do less. Sometimes doing less is doing more.
I don't know.
true.
This
Think
kind
about
of
that little
true.
brain.
This kind of got into my
I agree
brain. I
with
don't know
that.
if I'll get into the listeners' brains at all, but I was
I'm
flipping
sure
if
it
it's in
will.
your brain,
I
it
was
probably
flipping
won't.
through social media.
Do they have a choice?
And I this guy came across, he was talking about New Year's and all that. And he basically just said, I try to not do the stuff that I can control. I try to not stay out late. I try to get a good night's sleep. I try not to drink too much. I try not to smoke. I don't vape. I don't do it. I try to handle the things that are controllable.
Right.
The things that aren't controllable, I don't worry about.
You can't.
So that was kind of cool. I was
That's
like,
kinda
yeah,
cool,
that
yeah.
makes a good, that's
it
actually
does.
a pretty,
It's true.
it's a good layout. It's
Good.
It's just to try to look over the things that you can control, those
Yeah.
things that you know are going to detract from you, and try to eliminate them
So
from your
many
life.
things are out of your control.
So true.
I mean, we actually spend so much time worrying about things that actually we have.
No control. over.
And isn't that old saying that your worry about something is 10 times worse than the actual something that happens?
Well, yes,
You-
but
right?
not yes. Well, yes, and it's
Don't
pretty much
worry
that. What it is no, it's that
about
your
a
body,
thing.
your body
every little
doesn't,
thing.
and your nervous system doesn't know the difference between
That's
your
right.
brain thinking of it's going to
Right,
happen or
right.
if it's actually going
You're
to
right,
happen.
you're right.
So why put yourself through
Do
that
it
stress
twice.
twice?
That's right.
It's not that it's more. It's just why double up on it.
Yeah.
Baby, don't worry.
Yep.
And it's true. Isn't that weird though? Your
That's
body
right.
literally reacts. I know.
I only like to double up on chocolate chip cookies, slice of pepperoni pizza, and a milkshake. That's it.
Yeah, there's a
Gonna
good double
be
ups. I'll tell you.
alright.
Double doubles. I'll go for a double
Double-double.
In fact, I can double up on a double double.
Oh, that'd be so good.
Tried to start
Four
something.
burgers all in one. I could
Yeah.
totally
Tried to
do
start it.
actually.
And it
And he's
didn't
singing
work.
every little thing.
Didn't work. I
It's
tried to
gonna
start
be
it.
all right.
Oh, what
Thanks,
the
man.
heck?
Good job.
Oh, it's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
What?
Oh, don't worry.
No.
Be happy. I don't.
I don't know where the song's going. But I'm
I just
going
made
with
it up. I just made it. It's a
Oh.
medley. It's a don't worry, be happy medley.
Hey, we got to coin this.
We should. Andy, get your guitar out. Pull it off the wall, baby.
Somebody-
we're gonna
it's
take
already
this show on the
there.
road.
It's already there.
I know.
Ready to
This
go.
one? Huh. Well, all right. Guys, what did you guys do over New Year's?
Well, I was with you.
Well, yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. You were with me.
I was
sorry.
out-
I just keep having these questions that I put
And
out.
I'd hope you know that I wasn't with you.
Yeah, you.
And then
were.
I was out of town.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I did call you.
yeah, you did.
We talked.
You did. You
Oh,
did.
Lord.
Wait, you did call us? When?
Of course.
Oh yeah, you did. You did.
I turned in early.
The clock struck 12. and
No,
had
I
a call from
called
Matt.
you early. I was on the East Coast. It was 3 hours behind, and I called you guys.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah, yeah.
Probably
yeah,
went
yeah,
straight to
yeah.
voicemail.
You were
I had
like,
my
hey,
phone
This is
on Do
Matt.
Not
I was
Disturb.
like, who?
No, I had a lovely conversation with Dad, like I do every year.
Oh, yes.
Of course, Mom.
Oh, yes.
And then I was just texting with a bunch of friends, Andy Shaw, all the friends.
Yeah.
Said a little, Ben and I congratulate each other on a new year.
Yes.
All that kind of stuff.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Ben Button.
Andy.
Benjamin Button, yes, Andy,
Yes.
exactly.
I'll tell you something, you look younger every year.
I say it every year, but I'm going to say it again.
You look younger every year, my friend. Yes, you do, my friend.
Good old Ben Button.
Good old Ben Button. Did you guys watch the ball drop? I always have to have it on, whether I watch it or not.
I can't watch it.
You know, I
anymore.
was on. Remember when I was on? Dick Clark's Rockin' E, which they still call that, but I performed on there.
That's right.
I just feel like they dropped the ball.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
It was so cool performing on there. I'll never forget it. It was really, really cool performing on that show because it was so iconic, and it still is. You know, obviously, I mean, Ryan does a great job. It's so crazy living through the Dick Clark era,
Wait.
and then you come into the Ryan Seacrest era.
Do you remember?
Just different.
I'm sorry, I don't know why this stuck in my head, but it actually really disturbed me. Do you remember when Ryan's face melted on camera? And then all of a sudden he was whisked off. Yeah, no, I'll never
Ryan's
forget
face
this as long as
melted?
yes, I'll never forget this as long as I live. He comes back on camera and one eye is like the size of a freaking golf ball, and the other eye starts to droop. And they cut. I swear, Joe, they cut. And then there were
Are you sure this is a scene from Roger
No,
Rabbit?
it was the weirdest thing ever. And then
When Ryan's AI was
it was
malfunctioning.
so weird.
Matt, what were you on,
Guys,
brother?
I'm telling you, research it,
what
Joe.
were-
It was so weird.
What were you
that
drinking?
he actually had to make a statement, and it was the most
No way.
ridiculously bullshit statement I've ever read in my
What?
life. He
Double-
hasn't been sleeping lately. We're sorry. I was
Double
like,
check.
what? That causes your face to melt on camera? No, dude. That guy had an issue on camera, and they hit it. I know
Maybe it was
for
an
a
allergy.
fact.
Like
No, it was not an allergy.
his face definitely didn't melt
it did.
off.
It melt
Matt.
on camera.
I gotta look this
Matt,
up.
You got to look it up.
I'm almost
There's
positive
no-
I watched every single
I think
one.
it was something he was on, something he was taking.
Matt,
but they didn't want to
you're
say
out
it.
of control.
No, I'm actually not.
my
I'm dead serious.
You're making me-
It actually. Why do you think I'm bringing it up? It totally affected me. I thought we were going to hear about this guy in the news, and sure enough, he just said, "Oh no, I was super tired." He had to come out and say something.
Lord, Matt.
But I think he buried it.
Matt,
How many years ago?
Oh
was
my
this?
gosh.
It was like
You're
five or
insane.
6 years ago. No, I'm not insane. This is a real thing. You should
Matt-
back me up because you're going to have egg on your face. This was real.
There's
Look it up, people.
maybe he had egg on his face. That's what was melted off.
He had the craziest. His face literally melted on TV. I'm 100% sure of this.
Matt,
I'm not going out on a limb here.
Those were the drugs.
Well, that's
This is
what I think
very
it was.
strange.
Not him.
No, I don't.
You.
take drugs. So either way, I'm pretty sure.
You didn't
I'm trying
deliberately-
Seriously, you should back me up on this.
willingly take drugs.
Whatever. You
But
should
maybe
back me
they
up.
were
This isn't one of those
slipped
things
you.
where you should do that. You should back me up because I'm 100%.
Back you up on Ryan Seacrest's face melting
It
off
did.
on TV?
It did.
That's what I need to back you up on? Like, I'm sorry.
You
I'm,
should.
I'm
You're
your
my brother.
Yeah.
You back me up.
He
What,
should.
on
Yeah.
life?
No.
Ryan Seacrest's
Yeah.
face
Not,
melted.
No, just because
being
I don't wanna have
chased
egg on his
by
face.
the
I'm
liquor
trying to help him
store
out.
or the confrontation at the
Trying to
gas
help him out,
station.
because
but
it was a real deal.
the face melting of
I'll
Ryan
never forget it as long as I live. I was literally watching it going, oh my God, what is wrong with this guy? And then they cut to commercial and then they come back and he's like doing all this weird stuff. And sure enough, they had to release a press statement because everybody noticed, dude, that his face melted. I wasn't the only person.
Okay, guys.
Everybody noticed it.
If
And he just said he was tired.
Guys.
Look at it, dude. You're going to find it and you're going to
Whoever's
freak out. You're going to
listeners
go, oh my
out
God,
there
Matt was
in-
right.
in the world,
People out there too are going to do it.
anybody that finds this or
You're
hears
gonna
about
find
this,
he's got a
Just
really
anybody
good,
finds
just comment about
guys,
this.
He's got a really good team.
Just-
He buries all these
just
stories.
blow it up because I
You
don't
even
know.
but he was caught in the Me Too movement early on. He
Oh.
buried that story too.
What, man?
Guys, research it. Just research it, please.
How can we research it if it's buried? All these acquisitions.
I'm serious. These are not
Accusations.
They're not
Acquisitions.
acquisitions. No, I'm not buying him.
They're not acquisitions. They're accusations.
And they're not accusations. It's 100% truth.
Oh my God.
These aren't
Matt,
accusations.
You can't say.
These aren't accusations.
You can't
Nothing that said
say-
this pod is backed up by any bit of evidence.
Yeah,
I'll find
we
it.
need
You
a
guys discuss amongst
disclaimer.
Disclaimer
yourselves.
and roll a disclaimer across the.
Anything Matt
screen.
says is not necessarily fact.
No, guys, this is real. You guys are gonna have so much egg on your face.
Along with obviously the melting face of Ryan Seacrest.
I'm literally Googled.
Everybody's
Ryan
got egg on
Seacrest's
their face.
melts. There's nothing.
Of course not, because
No.
it's insane. Why would anybody?
I see M&M melts in your mouth, not in your hands.
Some thought, May 2020, some thought Ryan Seacrest had a stroke on camera. I was right, guys.
That
it was 4 years ago.
I told you so.
It was 4 years
you're
ago.
You're like Chunk from Goonies.
That does not
Ryan
mean you
Seacrest
right.
has to explain what happened to his face on live. I found
Where
it.
did you see? Where did you see?
Okay,
this?
maybe he had a Twitch.
No, guys, go and watch. Go.
Wait a minute, dude.
I've never seen anybody's face do this on camera before.
Or maybe he like
You're gonna
twitched
freak
out
out.
or something.
No, he didn't
Really?
twitch
He needed
out.
some potassium.
No.
He was sleepy.
A little magnesium to calm himself
No,
down.
he was on something
needed a little
crazy.
potassium. Seriously.
Seriously.
Anyway.
Little magnesium.
That's just
He's
sorry.
taking
I-
over Wheel of
maybe-
Fortune. Did you hear
maybe
that?
Really?
Pat Sajak.
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No.
Oh, that would have been
Ryan
amazing.
Seacrest.
How great would that
Oh my
be?
God.
I
The
wish-
wheel.
I would
The
watch it
fortune.
every night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Spin the wheel.
By the way, will you
Spin
tell us
the
how
little
many
wheel.
A's we have? How many vowels? Vowels.
That would be amazing.
It'd be
actually.
epic.
Yeah,
It'd
it would
be
be
epic.
epic. He's so cool.
I kind of want to see this face melt.
No, we're gonna.
I gotta
we already,
see it.
The audience has already seen it. You're
They've
just late
seen-
behind.
Oh, God.
I just love how it's
How
not.
many of you out there have seen the Ryan Seacrest face melt?
I-
And honestly, and if you've
It's a
seen
thing.
it's a
I mean,
thing.
I've definitely already asked this question. Let's move on.
It's a real thing.
I've definitely already asked this question. Actually, it's going to be a statement. Let's move on.
Yeah.
As he just said.
Yep.
It's a nice jacket, Andy. Let's move on. I
Thanks,
gave
bud.
Andy
Hey,
that
do you know what I
jacket.
am hoping for
I
this
gave Andy
year?
that jacket.
It
What?
is
What are
I'm
you,
really
what are you
hoping
hoping for? What?
Good, yeah,
that I
it's
am
gonna be good.
blessed with a canine buddy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That works.
That's what I'm hoping for. This
That
year.
works. I like that.
Yeah, that's really what
I love
I'm,
that.
What I'm really missing in my life.
Okay. That's a good
It's
one.
been 3 years without a dog. It's the
Mm.
longest I've ever gone since I begged and pleaded and gave up some of my reptiles at 10 years old to get our first dog, Jack.
Yes, you did.
That's right.
Yeah, good old Jack.
He was a great dog.
Oh, my God.
and then literally, I haven't been without a dog since I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
So I'm really like,
Wow.
I'm struggling.
Canine companion.
I don't know what it's like. I'm still like, I don't know what to do
Yeah.
with myself without a dog. It's really weird.
Yeah.
I love that kind of relationship and coming home to that.
No, I
Always,
get it.
And my dog's always with me.
I come
coming home.
I
with
come
them.
home to kids.
They live in my truck.
And it's
all
great.
that.
I come home to kids.
can't
I come home
wait.
to girls, little girls that, you know,
Really?
my daughter, sure, at different ages and stuff. You know, it's so neat to, you know, you reminisce as every year goes by.
Yeah.
You know, I think back to just, wow, like seeing them at, you know, 5 years old and you go, Daddy, hi, Daddy, you know, and then they grow up. It's like, hey, Dad, you know, and then it's like, Dad,
Dude,
and then,
you know
and
what
then you
this-
come in, hold on, and then you come in and then they're not around. And you're like, what's going on? You got to go in their room. And you're like, hey, can I talk to you for a second?
Dude,
I'm home. They're like,
Dude, you're literally giving me chills right now. Do you remember in Peter Pan when he keeps coming back for Wendy?
oh yeah,
And she gets older and older and then she's
Yeah.
not there?
yeah.
Oh,
You mean
dude.
in Hook?
Hook.
Yeah.
Was it Pan or Hook?
No,
It was Pan.
Hook.
Was it Hook?
Hook.
Oh, it was Hook. That's right. Gwyneth Paltrow. She plays Wendy.
Oh, does she? Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, you're
That's
probably
what I'm
right.
thinking of. But it
And
was
Ryan Seacrest is in it. Oh, you're
And his
making up
face
stories
melts.
again. You're such a liar.
No, it's
You're a
truth.
damn liar.
It's fact.
You're gonna have egg
Here
on
it is.
your
Gwyneth
face.
Paltrow playing Wendy meets Ryan Seacrest half face.
It is Gwyneth Paltrow.
Matt, that's a story
Anyway,
you just literally made
That
up.
moment hit me, dude, and now you just had a real life moment of that. That's crazy.
I've lived that moment.
where Joe's
lot.
flown to his.
No, I'm saying he's going to his
Balcony.
kid's bedroom, and you get Daddy, and then you get Hey Dad, and then
Yeah.
you get Hey Dad, what's up? And then you go in, they're not there anymore. It's
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah, it's weird.
as a parent, it's like,
Yeah, my Charlie's always out and about, running around, doing things. You know,
Yeah.
it's crazy times. You know, but kid companion, dog companion, any kind of companionship. When you look forward to that greeting when you come through the door and
Oh,
stuff, it is
man.
great. It is great.
So
I get
cool.
that. I get to relive that again. You know, with Dylan. I mean, it's really
Yeah.
cool. You know, because I come through the door and it's like, they come over.
Yeah.
She comes over, and, stands up in her. She has this. We got this big like.
That's what Shmi
playpen.
does to me.
Yeah, comes over,
Yeah.
she stands up, dad. You know, it's
No,
really
it's
cool
great,
stuff. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
It's
it is
great.
super cool.
But well, you have to address the canine companion deficit.
Yeah, I know. That's my big thing. But it's
What do you
for
think
me,
of
it is
getting?
like a kid. So I don't just walk into it kind of whatever. You know, I
You definitely don't want to do that.
I'm keeping my heart, my mind open to it. Maybe a dog will find me like a rescue that needs something.
Right,
You know.
right.
You're getting at this old rescue,
If-
blind as a
Hey,
bat,
listen, you know what? Sometimes those are the most
Ears,
incredible
Oh, yeah,
oozing
for sure.
goo.
relationships.
Yeah, I
Hey, I
know.
would do it. you
I
know?
I hark
would
it
do
back.
I
You
know.
you pull a Chevy
Um,
Chase from Funny Farm. You get yellow
it just keeps running?
yellow dog.
Oh, does it move?
Yeah.
And then take it back, get one
And
that
then
just
Red
doesn't stop
Dog,
moving.
right? Oh God, that was so funny.
Yeah,
It's
there's
so
some-
great.
there's some truth
Remember
to
Red
that.
Dog? They got first. They just kept seeing
See
him.
it run.
There he is.
Yeah.
There he is. Then they got one that didn't move, but he dug up the bones in the
Yeah.
backyard. Remember that?
Yeah.
We had to excavate all the bodies or something.
Ah.
Yeah.
And that's how they found out they were on that Indian burial.
Well, that the guy who lived there before.
Right.
All the bodies were buried in the back.
Yeah.
When they were trying to sell the house.
Yeah.
By the way, if you haven't seen Funny
Funny
Farm,
Farm.
it's a great movie.
Wow, it's a
there's
funny
some
one.
really
It's a
funny
great
moments
movie.
about it.
I know last week we were able to watch, obviously one of the best, Chevy Chase movies ever,
Yeah.
Christmas Vacation, but Funny Farm is
We're
also.
on a Chevy Chase kick.
Yeah,
we are. Well, Spies Like Us.
I know.
Oh, Fletch.
Great.
Three
movie.
Dude,
Amigos.
Three Amigos.
Great movie.
Dude, Chevy Chase, man.
Gotta run, man.
Wow. Amazing combination of physical comedy and grounded
And grounded
comedy,
comedy,
and
yeah.
also could bring the heart in at any moment.
Yeah.
Really.
he
good
was
with
kind of the precursor to a Steve Carell, I feel like.
it. Yeah.
Steve Carell, he holds that spot now. He could
I
play your
know.
dad,
Yeah.
but he can play your dad that makes you laugh, or he
Yeah.
could actually play dad that makes you cry.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
he can
yeah.
ground it in both
Yeah. And
places.
he's got a little physical comedy too.
I mean, they're starting to touch in that Robin Williams spot, but Robin's still
No,
so
no,
clear
Robin's-
ahead,
yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm a
You
little
had
partial.
bias, a little bias.
But you had Chevy Chase and Dan Aykroyd, and then I think
Yeah.
Chevy Chase's nemesis was Bill Murray. They didn't like each other.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, interesting.
I think Chevy Chase used to make fun of Bill Murray
Oh, interesting.
on it. Yeah, and his looks,
Like on the set and
Chevy's
stuff?
80.
Stuff. Yeah,
I know. I saw he's an older guy, man.
Chevy Chase is 80 years old.
I
isn't
know.
that crazy?
It really puts in
It's-
perspective when
wow.
you see these people that you watched in movies when they finally, show their mortality. There's a clip of Morgan Freeman in New York City walking, and
He's 86.
he
or
looks like a
something.
real old guy, and
He is.
it hits you in a place because you're like,
does.
man, you don't really get that time passing to
No, you
flash
don't.
before your eyes
You don't.
quite so viscerally as it does when you grow up watching somebody.
So many
Kind of like
times-
us, guys.
Oh God. Yeah. We're sort of in that era. Well, especially us, where they're like, "What happened?" We're not,
No, it's fun.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman is. How old
Yeah,
is Morgan
he's,
Freeman?
I was talking to
He's 80. He's 86.
yeah, man.
I was talking to Liv Nicky, who was on the pod a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
We were
And-
all talking. We were there too.
No,
No, no, he
I was
was
talking
talking
about.
separate.
I was just being.
We have
Oh.
a private convo going on.
I was talking to Liv Nicky recently,
I
and
got you.
Now he
since-
throws around the name all the
Oh
time.
gosh, you guys! Since the pod, and he said that we were talking about, people were talking that he looks unrecognizable, and it's
Oh
just
yeah.
we both were having a laugh that that's the thing. We were 7 years. You have to look
Oh
unrecognizable
my God, you were
after
7.
that much time has
You look
passed.
nothing
Thank God you look
Exactly,
God.
it would be so strange.
You just look like an older version of you at 7.
There'd be a serious problem.
it's a compliment to say you look
Yes.
unrecognizable 27 years later
Yeah.
from being a child.
for sure.
You know,
from being
So-
a literal child.
being a child.
Being a child. I mean, a
child.
little child. Yeah, all these guys. Christopher Walken's getting really old. I mean, they're all getting old, really old.
I know.
Dick Van Dyke just turned 98.
Oh my gosh! A few months ago, there was video of him on his birthday. It was pretty
Dancing
yeah.
around?
Yeah, it was
How
super
are
cool to
you?
see that. At 98, you're still
He's-
tapping around,
He's amazing.
doing his thing, huh?
He's amazing.
Still sharp.
Really
as a
sharp.
tack.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Pretty damn
Yeah,
sharp.
I love that.
Yeah. No, it's really cool. I mean, it is amazing how with each year that goes by, it really, that old saying, like, they go quicker and quicker. And they
Mm-hmm.
do go quicker and quicker.
They
I
go
mean,
a lot quicker.
it's so cheesy to say that. No, trust me, enjoy the moment, because they're gonna go by quick.
Yep.
And you don't believe it when you're a kid, but man, you hit like 30 and they start flying, dude.
Well, you want to hear something kind of interesting about this whole thing?
No, I don't.
You don't want to hear it?
And
Right.
now on to the next topic.
It's tough to kind of handle this, but it's the truth, unfortunately.
Joe, you've always been better.
Do you
than
know
me.
why we say, gosh, it just feels like time speeds up and as we get
Because
older? And
it
do you remember
does.
when you were like 10 to 12 years old? Do you remember how long a summer
Oh,
felt?
dude, the summer felt forever.
Lasted
That's
forever,
my point. Yeah.
right? Okay.
It does speed up.
So do you know what practically that is?
Time?
When you're young,
Yeah.
the time you're born,
Yeah.
so whatever that age
That's gonna
is,
say that-
it's about I think it's around 14 or 15 is one major landmark, and then obviously 25 for men, and for women it's a little earlier, but that's the peak of the brain.
Is it that where
right?
brain is dying?
So you're replicating cells up until that point, but from that point forward. So time in essence is slowing because you're constantly replicating. But after that, your brain starts to slow, which causes time to appear to speed up. Although time is a constant, it's your brain that is slowing down and not replicating its cells the same way that it used to.
You know, you do this a lot on the show,
Isn't
and
that crazy?
I
I was
never-
like, wow, that is so wild, but really so obvious and so practical that it's like, yeah, that's what's happening.
yeah,
It's crazy, isn't it?
I don't like you, bro. I don't like you very much.
It's crazy, but it's so
It
true.
is. Yeah, that's. Yeah. Wow, my brain's slowing down, huh?
Yeah, that's what it is.
My brain will still take your brain.
It's like an operating system.
Yeah.
You know? It's like a
We're not getting the iOS updates
That's
anymore.
exactly right.
Yeah, I'm glad.
However-
that new one's all
however-
funky and weird.
With the Neuralink and with this technology
Neuralink?
that's coming in the future.
What's that?
The Neuralink?
Joe, you haven't heard of it?
You really haven't?
You haven't seen the Ryan Seacrest face melt?
What happens?
And the Neuralink?
What happens when we all have to get updates and we
Well,
shut
that's what I'm
down?
Do you
Not
know
gonna
that
be me.
You're like
dude.
know
mid
that-
activity
do you know
with the Neuralink, brain shuts
guys?
down.
Do you know that going to the doctor and things like
Okay.
this, there'll be updates in the future.
Yeah.
That's really what they will be. There'll be an update to your
I
operating
know
system.
kung fu.
Come on.
No, I'm serious, man.
I'm yawning 'cause
I'm
my
serious.
brain hurts.
Even
man.
right now, the Neuralink.
It's because
I'm updating right
that's
now.
because your
Look at
brain's
me.
slowing
So
down,
if you don't know
Joe.
what Neuralink is,
It hurts because it's slowing
Elon
down.
Musk created the first chip to make our brains connect to the internet and also connect to other things like the rest of your body. He can end people who are paraplegic.
This is true.
right
Okay, well,
now.
that's cool.
This
He
is
can end blindness right
Oh,
now.
Dude,
Right now.
wait, no,
Right
time
now.
out. This is something crazy. I heard that there is a eye drop that works to cure eyesight for 24 hours. So it's no longer a contact. It's a
Oh.
freaking eye
That
drop.
sounds
And it works
amazing.
on people with stigmatism.
No way.
And it fixes them for 24 hours. I'm dying to figure this out. I want because I got to do
I
something.
hope this is true.
I know.
Sounds like a conspiracy theory, but it. Gosh, I
nothing
hope
you
it's-
said today does though.
No, yeah.
You know what's funny? You're right. I
that
gotta give
sounds
you
like a
credit.
conspiracy theory.
I got to give you
Face
credit.
melting.
The things that I'm
all
saying,
this
dude,
crazy
but go
stuff.
check them out. They're not.
Mhm.
I promise you, they're not.
Keep telling yourself that.
No, they're not.
Mhm.
Everything I've
Send
said
in the white coats.
is fact.
I love you.
Send
Everything
in the
I've
lab
said. Matt just took the
scientists
This
to
is
take
it.
him
He just said,
away.
everything I've said is 100%.
No.
I didn't say 100%.
Roll the tape.
I said
He
fact.
said it. Fact. It's fact.
No, you
It's
can't.
100% fact.
No,
From
you
what
can't.
I've read,
You
it's
can't.
fact.
Who wrote it?
I
Dr.
do a lot of
Seuss?
research.
I mean,
do a
what
lot of
the-
research.
Uh-huh. Green eggs and ham.
I go
huh?
way past Dr. Seuss.
Oh
Okay?
God! Oh God! I am said the fact.
Yeah.
What else? What
I
else?
think I did hear Mom walk in a few
Yeah,
minutes
she
ago,
did.
actually.
She did. Mom totally walked in. We could
Yeah.
hear the bing.
The-
Yeah, bells and bubbles.
All the
Bells
whistles
and
and-
bubbles. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. What are you doing?
Clompings of the high heels.
Andy's sending a text.
He's sending a text to Mom saying, "Hey, Mom,
Mom.
we're recording a podcast down here.
Stop
walking around."
Meatloaf.
Exactly.
Never know what she's doing up there.
I never know what
What's
she's
she
doing up there.
What's she doing?
Mom, what is that woman
you
doing?
Want some meatloaf? You want some meatloaf?
You want something to eat? Sam, you want something to eat? Hey, Mom, bring us some snacks. Nuts.com, Mom.
Yeah. That's .com.
I'm sure
That's
that'll go
trying
over
to get
well.
another. Clearly another box.
They
of
are
nuts.com.
delicious, though.
They are
They're
delicious.
so good.
Nuts.com is awesome.
I'm totally fine with saying it for free.
Oh
It's
my God.
awesome, guys.
Oh my
Pour
God.
yourself some nuts.com.
It's really good.
Uh,
The like
great
candied pecans.
Oh,
Oh,
those,
my god.
that bag went in 0.0 seconds.
You guys just scarfed.
No,
it.
it literally was 3 hands and it was done. It was gone.
Free hands.
Yeah,
Who was
Andy,
the-
Mom, and mine.
Oh, I was thinking my 2 hands and then my 3rd hand. Oh,
Oh,
my God.
gosh.
It's fact.
My
It's
little
100%
hand.
fact.
I've got a prehensile penis, people. It's fact.
God.
And he went
I've
there.
done a lot of research on this. You have it. What do you mean you've done research?
And he went there.
Oh, I know. He went there. He went there. Prehensile penis.
Yeah.
You just said that on the. I guess it is 2024. We could say
A lot of
whatever we
reptiles
want
have
now.
prehensile penises. So they can,
Wait a minute.
maneuver.
Okay, wait a minute.
So they can procreate without being right next to each other because
What are you
reptiles are
talking
hard
Right
to get
next to each other, so they
Just
can
slides
across
over?
for the room.
No, prehensile penis, like it actually can, like find its
What the
way.
hell are you doing?
Reptiles have some do. Some do.
Shut
I'm
up.
not kidding.
They do
Again,
this.
Wait a minute.
The reason why.
Honey,
And they go like
honey,
this.
honey, is that Tom from next door?
Oh, yep. It's his prehensile penis. There it is. Look at this.
I'll tell you why. Reptiles have a very small window to procreate.
okay.
Very small. And there's high competition between males.
Oh.
Okay? And females are usually highly selective.
Very picky.
Or they're not, and but the males have to fight over it. So there's all these different dynamics that
Ah, okay.
that go into
It's
procreation when it
interesting,
comes to reptiles and amphibians and things. Anyway, so for a male to have the opportunity to go once right after the other,
Whoa.
it's way better.
Whoa.
Okay,
Whoa.
It's way better for his chances of his genetics going further
Oh, you
on
have
in the
2 penises.
species. Exactly.
Great. Let's talk about
Okay.
2024.
We were, man.
Let's talk about.
These are all very cool.
Let's
things
talk
to
about the new year.
What do we talk about, bro? The
Dude,
new
what are we
year,
looking forward
man.
to? Hey, we're gonna be on. We're gonna be shooting a movie.
Hopefully, we get a
Yeah,
movie.
we're doing a
Shooting
big
movie.
action movie this
Shooting a
year.
big action movie this year. We got the sequel to our Christmas movie coming out this coming year.
Right.
In a whole nother year from now.
Yeah,
That's-
no, well,
Thanks for
11
bringing it
months,
up now,
10
man.
and a
It's
half
like
months.
Grand Theft Auto. It's like you see a great
Oh.
trailer, then you got to wait 2
Wait,
years.
when is that coming out? Grand Theft Auto?
2025 or
Wow,
2026?
I know, it looks so incredible.
It does look sick,
Did
though.
they get Matt Damon to do some of the voice?
No.
Who they got somebody
Oh,
big to do
really?
some
I
of the
don't think
voices.
so.
Wow.
Yeah,
No.
they wanted a really cool voice. I think they went out to Ed Helms.
Oh.
No, I'm
I
just
don't
kidding.
think
That wouldn't be a cool voice. Can you imagine, like, who is this guy talking? Hello. No. But actually, dude, the promo looks insane.
Oh, it's incredible, man.
Oh my gosh,
Getting
that's gonna
incredible.
be. I mean, I don't play games a lot anymore, but
Dude,
that
it's Vice City.
I would play it.
I know.
I'll
That-
play
It's the redone version.
know.
I would
Vice
totally.
So it
City.
looks pretty fun.
It looks
I'll
awesome.
check it out.
I can't wait. Oh yeah, for sure.
I'll
for
be
sure.
devoting my life to it for at least 6-7 months.
I know you will. I know you will. Remember for us, dude, it was Madden. It was all the Madden games.
We used to have tournaments on tournaments.
Madden
on
96,
tournaments.
Madden 97.
Best out of 3. Best out of 6.
Remember that?
Best out of 12.
Remember that,
Dude.
dude? They were so
Back and forth.
late
The
90s,
jukes.
dude. The late 90s.
You
early
had, and you
2000s.
had always had a couple of those plays in your back
Remember
pocket
those?
that you knew you could go for 60, 70
You
yards
knew
no
it,
matter
dude.
what.
You
dude.
knew it, bro. It was so
Gold.
It was so awesome.
Yeah, well,
The Madden games were great. They were great. But
Oh,
no,
I'll
we got
never
a lot
forget
of
that.
stuff coming up this year. Working on
Yeah.
a new show.
Yeah, that's right.
A new show outside of the pod. We'll always have the pod, but we have a
Always
new show we're working
Podcast
on.
will be. It actually be fun moving into this next year.
We were on a run. We switched things up. We got a brand new studio relaunched with a brand new logo. This lovely little
And
logo
new
right here,
coasters.
which goes with my sweater.
It
And
does,
then
kinda.
we said New Year's, by the way. We were supposed to like spruce it up. You guys wore black.
I wore fancy.
What a wonderful way
wore
to start
my
the New
fancy
Year's.
jacket.
It's a really nice
What are you?
sweater.
What are you, Batman?
and a t-shirt.
What are you?
Really nice
I
sweater.
only
One of my
work in
favorite
black,
sweaters.
and sometimes
One of my
very,
favorite
very,
sweaters.
Very dark gray.
Didn't you get robbed one New Year's?
No, that was the New York New Year's.
New York.
Him and Andy Shaw ran into some.
What happened?
They ran into.
I just know that you guys, all your
some
good nice
people.
stuff got stolen.
They ran into some people.
We ran into some
some
very
girls.
lovely
girls.
lovely
Seemed like some
ladies.
classy broads.
Yeah.
And
Classy broads.
yeah, the next morning we were wiped out of all the cashmere and anything expensive in the hotel room. It was gone.
they took it.
They took everything.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was unbelievable.
Well,
they wiped you guys out.
They wiped us out.
Wow.
Yeah, it's okay. We weren't mad. about it.
Thief.
Don't
We've
worry.
been robbed. They come out in the hallway.
We're not mad at you.
No.
Got nothing but love for you.
Oh my.
Do your
gosh.
thing.
If you're
Oh.
out there, I want my
That's a
cashmere
Tupac
back.
song.
I want my damn cashmere back. 23 years
You like
later.
everything cashmere too at that point.
Yeah, I
Your
like
scarves.
This is
love
cashmere.
This is a cashmere.
Is it?
That's why it reminded me
You know
of
what's
it.
kind of sad?
What?
I
got a
haven't
hole in
worn
it?
it in like
It's got a moth hole.
3 or 4 years. No, it's got one of my dog's hair in it.
Keep it. In like 5 years, you'll probably be
Ew.
able to
You haven't worn that in 3 or 4
put it together.
years?
No,
You haven't worn it in 3
look, I still got one of my little.
Have you haven't washed it?
You can't wash cashmere, dude.
What?
If you knew anything about cashmere, you
Oh,
know you're
God.
not supposed to
You
wash
gonna tell
it.
me it's 100% fact
Cash-
again?
No, this is fact. Cashmere has
This is fact.
it has a self-cleaning properties to
Oh
it.
my God, Matt! Your
Okay.
sweater cleans
we go.
itself now.
Here we go, folks.
Oh,
Research it.
boy.
You can't wash and dry cashmere.
You can't
You
clean
can dry
cashmere.
clean it, but you cannot wash and dry cashmere,
does,
guys.
does,
This is ridiculous.
does cashmere clean
You guys know
itself?
nothing.
Does cashmere clean itself?
Cashmere should be washed in cold water
Nope.
using the delicate cycle.
Nope, that's wrong.
Wow.
How
That's
do you
wrong.
wash 100% cashmere at home? Fill a sink or basin with lukewarm water, never hot. Add the no-rinse detergent or best a little baby shampoo. Rub it
Okay.
together and let it dry.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, if you're not
Does
going to,
cashmere have a self-cleaning
there
property?
you go. And
It just answered me back, are you an idiot? That's what it said.
Yeah,
Siri
I
said-
can't find
Okay,
anything.
no, but that's what Siri said. You're an idiot.
What did
Yeah.
it say?
It
It
says
didn't.
no.
I don't know. Does okay? I'm gonna
No,
ask her. I'm
it
gonna ask her.
definitely,
Sure does.
dude.
Hey Siri,
I'm exhausted from doing all this
Sure
research, fact checking Matt's
Does-
wild antics.
cash. Oh, you guys keep quiet, please.
Did it
Hey,
get-
Siri?
Hey Siri. Hey Siri.
Does cashmere clean itself?
Cashmere is known for its unique properties, including self-cleaning fibers that make it resistant to odors and dirt. In fact, the natural structure of cashmere fibers allows them to release dirt and odors when exposed to fresh air. Boom! It is 100% true, and the reason why I know it is that's why cashmere is so sought after, is because of its properties to not only insulate, because when it's on the actual cashmere sheep, they don't get dirty because it expels dirt.
Cashmere sheep.
Yeah, the sheep
Is
that
it
grows.
Absolutely. Sheep?
Absolutely.
It's called cashmere.
Okay,
The
forget it.
sheepy.
Forget it.
Come
Where
here,
it comes from.
cashmere.
Goat.
Everything comes from.
Goat.
Anyway, it is true. It has incredible self-cleaning properties. You're not supposed to wash. You can dry clean it. You are not supposed to wash cashmere. You start to actually disintegrate those fibers that are incredibly good at cleaning themselves. If you actually wash it, you can dry clean it under high heat. That's it.
You have a hole in it.
I know I do. There is a moth hole.
Nothing will destroy this but a moth.
I'm telling you, I don't spew bogus facts, guys.
Dude, you just spew weird facts, man.
Weird,
Facts
fine.
that
I'll give you
nobody
that, but
cares
not
about.
bogus.
Yeah, you're right. No, the Ryan
I do my
Seacrest-
research.
The Ryan,
And
I know.
I physically was
How do
sitting
you-
there watching it. And then I physically tuned in to hear what he had to say about himself.
I watched this cashmere self clean itself. His little hands came out and it cleaned itself. Oh my god!
I'm getting clean. Watch
it is,
me
guys.
get
Just
clean. I'm getting clean.
Oh my gosh! Wow. All right. Well, look. Well, I think we have a lot of research to do. A lot. You know,
For this year.
With a lot of research. Got to look up the two wieners. We got to look up Ryan Seacrest and his half
Face
face.
melting.
And we got to look up the cashmere that can clean itself.
It's true.
What other facts, Matt? Can you enlighten us?
I'm all facted out for this one, guys.
Are you
I don't think
sure?
so. Everyone's waiting on bated breath for the next useless fact.
I have something.
Oh God! Ah, my aunt
that I
is very
saw
sick.
the other day.
Remember that from Weekend at Bernie's?
Yeah,
My aunt is
my
very
aunt is
sick.
very sick.
He wants to go up and talk
But
to
you
this
know,
girl.
these are just random facts that you guys are going to laugh at me for. So I'm not going.
Oh, the
any
other
further.
ones weren't.
Why don't you guys come up with a factoid? Since I tend to open my brain and expose it, even if it's weird, but you guys tend to hold on to things.
Bananas are best for you when they have green on them. When they have more green than yellow.
Really?
Yeah.
Underripe, huh?
Interesting.
Higher antioxidants and better for your stomach. They have the most sugar and the least fiber when they're most ripe.
Yeah.
Hey, Mom, we were joking, but in or out? We're recording an episode here.
She can walk around. They don't hear that. Nobody knows what's going on.
No, just in or out. The front door constantly opening and closing is killing me. I'm losing total focus here, my mother.
Oh, really?
I
Well,
love
guess
you.
what? You're lucky because this episode's over.
We're not editing this out, man.
Yeah, we're keeping this in. so
Everyone's
everybody
gonna
can
hear
see
you
what a jerk
scream
you
at
are.
Mom.
I was your mother. You were just screaming at
Yeah,
your mother.
it's a way to start
You
off the new
insensitive
year.
Prick.
Way to
What a
start
way
the
to
new
start a
year.
new year. Oh,
Way to go.
there he is.
I love you, mommy.
Yeah. You
Oh,
know, my
gosh.
mom and I, Mom, in or out?
The teacher's
What a
pet
horrible-
over here.
What a horrible. Oh, I can't help it if I'm my favorite. And I work really hard at it. Isn't that right, Mommy? Oh, God. Or you like Mama? Well,
Mama.
guys, listen. I pray, honestly, for a healthy new year
Yeah,
for
me
all of
too.
us. For all of us, actually.
Health is the most important
That's
thing.
it. Without that, you're toast.
Okay,
Obviously,
actually, I will
if the
give this fact
prosperity-
because it kind of makes sense right now. Okay, they did a study, another rat study. All right,
A rat study.
they had a bunch of rats.
Thank
okay,
everybody and wishing them all
You know the
health
little-
and prosperity. You're talking about rats.
you know the little water bottle that has the little metal thing with the little metal ball that when a rodent goes up and licks it, it gives them just a few drops of water so it doesn't come pouring out. You know, a little water bottle.
Everybody knows.
Well,
about that.
they had a tank full of 4 or 5 rats, right? Or maybe it was actually more than that. It was about a dozen
Your
rats.
swimming story again.
No, and they had the bottle of water, and they kept it there for 3 or 4 weeks. The normal
1,000 years.
the normal water with the normal food, right? Then they put a very addictive narcotic in the water, right? Now, wait. No, this is true.
It swam.
Then the rats, what happened?
It's
They get addicted, right? They pull the water away, right? They're addicted to it. They have problems, this and that. They would choose the drug water over the regular water. Wait, right? Now, wait. When you take them out of the cage and you put them in a big community of rats and you offer the same amount, they don't want the drugs anymore because they have a community of other rats that are giving them like input, and they're actually getting a better life experience, and so they don't choose the drugs. They choose, and then it flips. They avoid the drugged water and they go for the clean water because they want to be sober to be able to chat with their buddy rats. True experiment. So just show you
Wait.
the isolation
What?
and the depression are the precursors and the things that drive these addictions. But when you actually get them out into a community where there's love, there's friendship, there's games, there's things, your brain naturally wants to not choose the to change. You're going to be happier being sober. Anyway, that's just the anecdote of a weird story you guys wanted. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Hope you had a great experience listening to the Brother Love podcast. It's the first one of the year. We'll be back every Friday.
I don't know if they're ever coming back. This may be a one and done in 24, guys. The beginning and the end. There is no middle. Matt destroyed it.
But that's it.
That's it.
That's what we
yeah.
got.
Well, what I was gonna say is before I don't know what the hell Andy and I just witnessed, but before that rat story, I wanted to wish everyone an incredible 2024 of health and prosperity. I'm praying for that for all of us.
I hope you have a pack of rats around
guys
you
are
like-
just-
to make you happy.
Because like you
I'm
know,
sweating.
We're saying without
I'm
me
literally
too.
That's
sweating.
probably
Without
because
help,
you have a leather jacket on, Andy.
without help,
It's actually not the jacket.
Should have worn cashmere. You know, it also has amazing properties of not only insulating you from the cold, but also expelling the heat from your body.
Thank you so much for watching us. We pray, honestly,
We
you
pray
tune
that you're
in next
still
week.
watching us. Yeah.
If you do, it will be a miracle, and we will be so thankful, even more than normal. God bless. Happy 2024.
Happy 2024,
Happy New
everybody.
Year, everybody.
We'll see
All
you next
jokes
week.
aside.
Coming
We
at
hope,
ya
on
with
the
a lot of
Brotherly Love
great
Pod.
stuff.
Yes, we're going to have
Brotherly
great
Love
stuff
Pod.
coming up. See you soon, everybody. Like next Friday. Bye, guys. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Hey, guys, the Lawrence brothers here.
We just want to thank you for watching this week's episode of the Brotherly Love Pod.
Go to our link tree and subscribe on all platforms.
And make sure you join us
Next week.